Well, there really is nothing new under the sun when it comes to that. We just kind of call it living. But yeah, learn how to can. You know, you might get sick of having a quart or a pint of green beans every day, or some carrots, or homemade ketchup or barbecue sauce, or pickles, or homemade sauerkraut, canned corn, and some new potatoes, okra, canned meat, canned turkey, you know, more beans and stuff. Get you some stuff to be able to can that stuff and learn how to use it, so you ain't making yourself sick after you do eat it. We buy a lot of stuff when it's on sale and make sure it's wrapped good, you know, but you know, everything goes to hell. Freezer's gonna go out, but all you gotta do is have a big old cook it up and can it day. You know, even like potatoes, they start to go south on us for after a while, so kind of partially cook them, make French fries out of them, deer meat in there, you name it. Not a lot, but two of us, we could eat on what we got for a long time. Just some of the potatoes from last year, there's some onions in there and everything. Keep them stored in a cool, dark place. Make sure you know what to do with them, though. They need to be de-sprouted again. That'd be the second time this winter. Otherwise, they get all weazened up. You need to know what to do with that stuff after you got it all stored away. Otherwise, it ain't worth a crap. Another thing about food is something as stupid as a live trap like that. I don't know how many coons, skunks, stray cats, you name it, I've caught in that. You know, some of them coon, shoot, they weigh over 50 pounds a piece. You know, you got to get over the stigma of eating them if that kind of turns your nose up, you know. But if you're living in an urban environment, I know for a fact there's more squirrels and rabbits that live in towns than there are out in the flatlands around here than I live. And all you gotta do is take a paper towel and soak it in, or something, and soak it in something and throw it in there, and if they're hungry, they'll go in there. Looky there, caught one already. He's a long-eared, lop-eared son of a bitch. Looks a little tough, though. You're going to need a way to cook all that food, so that usually involves wood. And a lot of people don't have access to a whole lot of firewood. I'm lucky enough where I got some ground where I can go cut all I want, but that pile right there, 3/4 of that, came from a small town brush dump just to the north of me. People in town, they just cut their trees down or cut their limbs off and take them down there to the brush dump, where all they do is light them on fire or run them through a grinder or something. So make a little trip through there about once every couple of weeks, and shoot, that's a lot of money saved. And I'm lucky enough to have a wood splitter and 3 chainsaws, but I think I'd go out and buy me an axe or a bow saw or something and learn how to use the damn thing and realize how much work it's going to be when you do need to use it, because I've been there and done that. And I'll go back to it if I have to, but don't think you're just going to go out and chop down a tree and not get a little winded, you're in for a good ride. Most important thing is water, though. You know, the human being can live a long time without food, but you ain't gonna go long without water. So you better figure out where your water's at. That tree line down there, that's about a half-mile away, with a nice creek running through it. And it might be froze up pretty much right now, but if I had to, I'd make that walk with an axe and a 5-gallon bucket, and I'd have water. A couple years ago, we got onto this rural water system they drug out here. So the old well house, I still keep it going here with the heat lamps. We use it for the garden. But if I had to, I'd pull that cover off, pull them pipes out. If it's only 90 foot deep, I could lower a coffee can down there on a zip cord and get some water. It's never went dry, but regardless, if I got it out of that well house or down in that creek, you sure don't want to be drinking it. You need to educate yourself how to get it so it's potable. Otherwise, all that food you got stored up ain't going to do you a bit of good, because it'll come running out the other end so quick you can't shove it in your mouth quick enough. Something else you might want to do is learn who your neighbors are. Figure out what they're all about. They might seem kind of friendly right now, but things get tough and they know you got something going on. Guess who's going to be banging at your door? I guarantee it. Human nature. Sad to say, but that's the way life is, at least around here. Well, that's my little spiel, I guess. Ain't got much to say. I'm not very eloquent. As far as the hat goes, really don't need it. Got one. See you later. Well, like I said, there really is nothing new under the sun as far as a human being taking care of themselves. Been doing that since Cro-Magnon man walked the face of this earth. I think the whole key here is, in this little challenge, is educate and learn. And that don't mean Google it, read it in a book. Get out there and do it. Make sure you're capable of doing it. It's one thing to read it in a book or look at it on the internet, but when you got to get out there and do it, trust me, been there, done that. That's a whole different story. Alrighty. See you in the funny papers.